Okay, Eric, so let's dive in. Manus, this autonomous AI agent out of China, the one that's got everyone whispering corporate superhero, it can do resume screening, stock analysis, even real estate research. I mean, this thing is like the Swiss Army knife of business automation.
Right? It sounds like the kind of tool every CEO secretly wishes they had in their back pocket. But here's the thing. Does it really deliver? Or are we talking more bumpy launch and cool promises than actual results?
Well, look, the early testers are pretty impressed, even with a few glitches. It's not just a fancy demo, you know? But I keep wondering, where do humans fit in with something like Manus around? If your job is scouring resumes or crunching analysis, are you now just out of a job?
Yeah, and what happens when errors creep in? Like, what if Manus gives the CFO stock tips and they bomb? Suddenly, the superhero tagline starts looking a little ironic.
Oh, right. And get this. It actually reminds me of when I tested this early AI customer support tool. I had it running for 3 days, and it kept misinterpreting questions. Someone asked about delivery times, and it thought they meant, I kid you not, baby due dates.
Wait, what?
Yep, pretty much every response turned into, congratulations on your growing family. Mortifying doesn't even cover it.
That's perfect. Perfectly awful, but still.
Yeah, so tools like Manus need more than hype. They need to be, reliable. But here's the real kicker. OpenAI is rolling out high-end agents that cost up to $20,000 a month. And guess what these are for? PhD-level research, knowledge work. It's like the elite private school version of AI tools.
20,000 per month? Yep, that's definitely not in my budget. I gotta be honest, this is where it gets kind of frustrating. Big corporations can just snap these up. Meanwhile, smaller businesses are stuck with ChatGPT, hoping it kind of works for their needs.
Exactly. And let's not even start on these mid-tier plans, $2,000 a month for basic use. I mean, is this the AI class system now? The AI haves and have-nots?
Right, it's like we're building tools for efficiency, but we're also building walls around them. And speaking of barriers, that actually reminds me.
Speaking of barriers, here's one that's hitting the entertainment industry hard. Sony's battle with deepfake recordings. Over 75,000 unauthorized tracks just wiped out. I mean, props to Sony for stepping up, but it really makes you wonder how many other companies are silently struggling with this, right?
Right? It's like the Wild West out there. Brands are scrambling to protect their image, but what's the real solution here? I mean, lawsuits can only go so far.
Exactly. And it's not just music labels. Think about smaller brands. Do they even stand a chance against that kind of piracy? Oh, and get this, Eric, you'll love this. I once tested an AI that misclassified my dog Bernie as office decor.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I uploaded a photo of him for fun, and the system tagged it as modern workspace accents. I didn't know whether to laugh or call customer support.
That's priceless. But seriously, this shows how much quality control is still needed. If AI can't tell a Bernie doodle from a lamp, how do we trust it with something complex, like protecting intellectual property?
Right? And these errors, big or small, can be so damaging, like the AI-generated rom-com fiascos. You've heard about those, right? Plots with sentient toasters falling in love with vacuum cleaners. How does a brand even recover from that kind of PR nightmare?
They don't. They just hope it gets buried under the next big AI blunder. Honestly, Heidi, I feel like marketing teams need AI babysitters at this point.
Totally. But that raises another challenge. Where do they draw the line between embracing creativity and preventing outright disasters?
Yeah, and if your brand identity ends up getting tangled in someone else's AI mess, it's not like you can just hit undo. It's a minefield.
For sure. And the funny thing is, it's only getting messier as AI gets, what did you call it last time, Eric? Smarter but sneakier. Speaking of AI getting smarter but sneakier, Eric, what if that same unpredictability was a game changer? Imagine this. You're part of the NHS, and every month over 2 million home visits are supported by AI that tracks not only vital signs, but can apparently predict falls before they happen. Talk about life-changing tech, right?
Yeah, and honestly, it's exciting. Anything that keeps people out of hospitals and living safely at home? That's huge. But, how reliable is it? I'm picturing an AI that gets stuck in analysis paralysis, and the poor patient's like, can I just get some help here?
Exactly. And this is where stories like this matter for marketers, right? I mean, it's such a powerful way to showcase what AI can do when it's done well, genuine human impact. But if it messes up, like you said, everyone's trust just evaporates.
Right. It's like this double-edged sword. We're seeing incredible innovations, but at the same time, the stakes are astronomically high. Look at the US military. They're testing AI to streamline nuclear command and control. Talk about pressure, huh?
Oh, yeah. That is both fascinating and terrifying. Because let's be real, if there's any system where oops miscalculated isn't an option, it's anything involving nuclear weapons.
Seriously. And thankfully, they're keeping human oversight as a critical piece of it. But still, it's not just about whether the AI works. It's about whether we trust it enough to let it work at something that critical.
And that brings me to Apple. They've delayed their big Siri upgrades again, pushed out to 2026. Meanwhile, ElevenLabs is out here launching Scribe with 99 languages and advanced speaker identification. It kind of feels like Apple's falling behind, doesn't it?
Yeah, totally. It's like the tortoise and the hare, except the hare has rocket boosters, and the tortoise is still waiting for a parts shipment. Apple's playing it safe, I guess. But there's a point where safe turns into irrelevant.
Exactly. Playing it slow might work when you're dealing with major reputation risks, but the market, it's not waiting. And for businesses watching this unfold, the takeaway is clear. Hesitation can cost you everything. Just look at ElevenLabs. They're not just keeping pace, they're sprinting ahead.
And it's a little ironic, right? In this race for better AI, it's not just about who gets there faster. It's about who actually solves problems without creating a bigger mess.
Exactly, Eric. Balance is key. Whether it's preventing falls, managing nuclear command, or nailing voice to text, it's all about reliability and trust. So yeah, AI is bringing massive changes, but it's still up to us to steer it in the right direction.
And that's the crux of it, Heidi. We're living in this tech boom, where every breakthrough feels revolutionary. But it's still the human hand on the wheel that keeps everything on course. Or at least we hope so.
Well said, Eric. And on that note, I think we can wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. It's always a blast diving into this wild, wonderful world of AI with you.
Absolutely. Catch you all next time. Until then, stay curious. And maybe double-check your Siri transcriptions just in case.